Welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name is Honorine, and today I'm with Gabrielle Haggins, who is pursuing a PhD in higher education. Gabrielle, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you so much, Honorine.
Let's start with a little introduction.
Okay, just a little bit about myself. I'm Gabrielle Haggins. I am born and raised in South Georgia, Tifton, Georgia. When I graduated high school in 2014, I went to Darton State College, which is just a two-year institution, and they actually consolidated with Albany State University. So if that sounds a little familiar, they were both in Albany. So I received my two associate's degrees from Darton State College / Albany State University, and in foreign language, associates in foreign language and associates in health sciences. And I pretty much wanted to stick with the foreign language side of things. So I wanted to pursue my bachelor's degree, and Albany State did not have just us overall the foreign language program that I was looking for. So I transferred to Valdosta State University and graduated with my bachelor's of arts in Spanish languages and culture. So yes, I transferred there in 2016, and I graduated in May of 2018. And I took a little gap year just to get myself some real life experience, just to see if I could actually get a job after my bachelor's degree, and which I did. I was a ELA teacher in Clinton County for 1 year. And actually, it was during COVID. So it was the beginning of everything. So it was 2019 into 2020. And it was just hectic all over the place. So it was definitely not what I signed up for when I, was, in the beginning teaching and everything. So it was definitely a different feel for me as far as teaching online, because it was just my first overall experience that way. And also, I just said, you know what? I think I want to pursue my education. So I decided to really dig deep and go back to what I remember I love doing, which is, teach, and just education, just a part of my whole overall interest. So especially just foreign languages in general. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and pursue a degree in higher education. So I went to Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia, and I received my master's degree there. And pretty much what led me to my overall higher education goal was because I studied abroad in 2017 at Valdosta State University, and it was the best experience I've ever had. So I studied abroad for the summer in Spain. And when I say the culture, the atmosphere, the language, the just overall everything was amazing. So that's pretty much what led to my interest in higher education, as far as me wanting to help just pretty much underrepresented students, Black and Brown students, just to get out there, to travel abroad, study abroad, and to see what the world can offer you, because it's a total different life. So once I graduated from Georgia Southern with my master's in 2021 in December, I decided to put in an application to Florida State University. And lo and behold, I got accepted. So it was just one of the best news, and just overall, I was so excited. So when I got accepted, I knew it was just going to open a lot of doors for me, as far as, future career aspirations and just overall helping students in general. So that's pretty much how I got to Florida State University.
I'm surprised that for your gap year, you didn't decide to travel the world like I feel everybody is doing right now.
I honestly did. I went to two different countries that year. Yeah, I
Ah.
went to Cartagena, Colombia, and yes, and I went to Jamaica. So
Ooh.
I, yeah, so I did do a little travel abroad. I'm telling you, ever since I studied abroad, it just basically put it in my head that I can go and do anything anywhere.
Mhm.
So I know that's just one of the things I really enjoy, just traveling abroad and just seeing the different cultural languages and just getting immersed in it and getting lost in myself. So yeah, I definitely did a little travel while I was teaching. So
Yeah.
on the breaks, of course, during the summer and the winter break. So
I was
yeah.
surprised. I was like, a gap year without traveling for a person so passionate
Oh,
about
yeah.
being abroad? Something is wrong here. In my notes, something is wrong. So you mentioned you want to help underrepresented students to study abroad.
Yes,
Um,
specifically first generation students of color. So I would love to help them just pretty much get the tools and the everything that they need to study abroad. I want to be able to plant that seed to let them know that you can literally do anything, anywhere. And just my goal is to eliminate the barriers and the stereotypes that we have against Black and Brown students studying abroad, especially first generation students, just because they, a lot of everything is new, everything is different. The college experience is new. So I definitely know, studying abroad is definitely going to be new. So we just have a lot of, stereotypes and barriers to eliminate us from actually studying abroad.
so what would you say to a student saying, you know what, I can't finance such a trip. It costs too much money.
And I would tell them there are resources out there. There are resources. There are scholarships, fellowships to study abroad, travel abroad. I know I was a recipient. I would definitely struggle with the financial needs as well because I'm first gen student. I know I received a $4,000 scholarship to study abroad. It was the Gilman Scholarship. So I was definitely grateful for that. So there are definitely scholarships, fellowships out there. You just need to write a paper and, try to get some of those recommendations if you can, and just meet those requirements because there's money out there. They're just waiting to give it away.
That's very helpful. So tell me more about your research. What do you exactly look at?
Well, since I'm a first year PhD student in the higher education, my research interests specifically align with just, first gen students of color and achieving some of those successful goals that they have in studying abroad. And also just wanting to find the outcome and the objectives to studying abroad that it can enhance, definitely. So I feel like my personal experience led to my research interest in a tremendous way because I'm telling you, once I stepped foot on the plane, I've never been out the country. Once I stepped foot on the plane and once I got to Spain, I I was so scared. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do, but it was the best, most needed experience I've ever had. So
What do you expect to do with your PhD in higher education?
I would love to be on both sides of the field with the student affairs and faculty route.
Okay.
I would definitely love to be able to take my students out of the country, just let them get immersed in the culture that we're going to. But yeah, I would definitely love to. I was leaning, when I first started the program, I was definitely leaning towards director of study abroad or trying to help undergraduate students finding their passport, just signing up for so many things that are new to someone who is going to be traveling abroad. So I definitely wanted to help them through the whole process, like the expectations, what to do, what not to do. If you're a certain religion, are you sure you want to choose this specific country? It's a lot that goes into choosing somewhere to study abroad. So with that, I just want to be able to help students find their interest and what aligns with them personally. So yeah.
But you still want to keep the research. You want to still do some
Yes,
research
I
and
do. I definitely do. I love I now that I'm, 3 months into my first year, I'm definitely leaning towards the faculty route just because of the opportunities that are presented and the growth and development that are there for faculty members. And they just make everything so Florida, that's what I love about Florida State's, especially the ELPS, the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Office. They made everything so transparent. Being able to talk to the professors at any time, knocking on the door, whether it's passing by the office, just the overall department culture is amazing. So I really love that, and I want to be a part of that. So to, just be a representation to someone who's coming after me.
You are also a Magnite fellow.
Yes, I'm a proud McKnight Fellow recipient.
So what does it mean to you to be a Magnite fellow?
It means so much. The fact that they just gave me the opportunity to further my studies and help me through the next 4 to 5 years of my life, transitioning to Florida, the welcoming that I was a part of, especially at the beginning of the semester, and now I'm looking forward to so many more interactions to have with the McKnight Fellows. We have something going on in February, going back to Tampa. So for a lot of professional development, it gives you so much room for professional development, presentation skills, setup, just overall everything that I could dream of by being in my first year, they've definitely done. So it really means a lot, and I'm definitely blessed to be a part of the McKnight family.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from today?
5 years from today, I see myself having PhD beside my name. Going into my first year of work, maybe, possibly, or postdoc. I definitely see myself in the field that I desire, writing publications, just pretty much want to dibble and dabble at everything in 5 years.
A bright future. And how many stamps on your passport in 5 years?
Ooh, in 5 years, just because this program is so intense, maybe not many, but I definitely plan to try to go out the country at least once a year while I'm here. That's a goal of mine.
That's a beautiful goal. Sometimes it's important to, take a break and
Yes.
recharge. I feel
Yes.
like as graduate students, we feel like we cannot take breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like even peer pressure, like, oh, my peers are working so hard, I need to work harder. But in
Oh
the
yeah,
end,
that's that imposter syndrome all the way, all the
yeah.
way. I didn't even know it was a real thing until the beginning of this semester, and I'm just comparing myself to everyone around me like, oh my gosh, they have a lot more experience than I do. Oh, they have written already. Oh, they have 2 publications already, or they're in their full-time faculty role. Like, oh, this is nice. It's a lot. So imposter syndrome can be definitely draining. It's real. And the only thing you can do is fight it. Every day, you just tell yourself some positive affirmations. You deserve to be here. You didn't get accepted for no reason. They want you here. So it's definitely real, but it's definitely worth fighting for.
Well, that's the perfect way to end this interview. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. It
Oh,
was a
thanks
pleasure.
so much, Honorine. I really enjoyed this coffee and conversation out with you.